Welcome to Eagle Vision for Monday, November 16, 2020. I'm Trent, and today's top story takes a look at the changing climate and the 2020 hurricane season that's been disastrous for the Gulf. Last week, The Verge's Justine Kalma did an in-depth report about the possible effects that climate change is having on the hurricane season.
Scientists are now worried that hurricanes are taking longer and longer to weaken after making landfall because of warming climate change. As a result, stronger storms could wreak havoc on communities farther inland. Hurricanes feed off of energy from the sea. The more heat, the more energy, and the more intense hurricanes can become. There's already evidence that the strongest hurricanes have become more common. But once a hurricane reaches land, it's cut off from its source of energy and typically begins to rapidly lose strength. Now, thanks to a new study published in the journal Nature, scientists are beginning to understand that global warming's effects on hurricanes don't stop there. New computer simulations of hurricanes found that hotter temperatures allowed the hurricanes to hold on to more moisture, which they could continue to tap as a source of heat once they reach land. Right now, an intense tropical storm hitting an inland community is still unusual, but when it does happen, the results can be devastating. The study results could help communities start to brace for more high-powered hurricanes in the future. That could put a large city like Atlanta, Georgia, within striking distance of a storm that still got 50% of its strength it had at sea. Experts say low-dying hurricanes would pose bigger threats for coastal communities too, if they stalled out over the same area but maintained much of their strength.
We're here with Mr. Jones to talk about weather patterns and hurricane season. How the weather patterns changed through time.
Well, I guess kind of like through time, weather patterns really haven't changed very much. The things that have changed through time have been climate. So the common misconception is that weather is part of climate, and it's really not. Climate are the long time temperature, rainfall type of things, but weather is more associated with like hurricanes, tornadoes, and stuff like that. So climate has changed through time, but weather has been pretty stable.
What are your thoughts on the hurricane season 2020 and the fact that experts are worried about storms of the future?
Well, hurricane season 2020 has been a doozy. I mean, we've had back-to-back hurricanes at the coast of Louisiana that have affected the coast, and also on the coast of Florida near like Pensacola and areas like that. And we're still feeling these effects of these hurricanes. The hurricane season actually goes from July to about November 30th. So we're still in that realm of fitting the hurricane season. But if climate continues to change and we start to feel more drastic effects of these hurricanes, then the hurricane season will probably be extended into December.
Oof. Do you think that large inland cities should be concerned?
Not necessarily. If there is concern for inland cities, it's probably more of like tornadoes or something like that. I did hear that Atlanta felt like 50 mile per hour winds or something like that from the latest hurricane. But the cities that should be most concerned are the ones on the coast. They're the ones that are going to face the flood surges and the extreme winds and stuff like that from the hurricanes. Inland cities like Jackson, Mississippi, or Atlanta, Georgia, or Birmingham, Alabama, places like that, they shouldn't be very concerned.
It's now time for today's announcements. Pay attention, we are moving fast. Coming up this week, we have basketball games on Tuesday versus Tupelo and Friday versus Clarksdale. We will also have soccer games on Tuesday versus Senatobia, Thursday versus Strayhorn, and Friday versus Center Hill. Student Council is now hosting a canned food drive, and it will continue through December 16th. Turn in your cans to your first block teacher. Students are responsible for providing their own masks. The school does not provide the mask for you. You must have a mask on to attend school. If you carry a bag, please keep an extra one in there. Students, please make sure you're wearing your mask correctly as well. The foreign language 16-day trip to Central Europe will be June and July of 2022. If you're interested in one of the most amazing trips ever, see Mrs. Daughtery in room E14. The cost will be broken up into manageable monthly payments. That's it for today's episode. Here at One Like We Are Better Students, always growing and expecting more. Stay tuned for your lunch menus and athletic schedules. We'll see you here tomorrow. Have a fantastic day.